Oh, yes!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
Hello there everyone, I am Big Bear. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. We are going to crack on and see if we can get that body down because I'm sick and tired of looking at it. To be honest, don't know how this is going to go because we had no bloody success in getting it down the last time we tried. And then I barfed my lungs up. Pretty sure I coughed up a lung. Oh, that wee toss pot still there chucking rocks at the goddamn... I don't care what the percentage is now.
He still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Okay, endurance legendary. I know my endurance is like slim to buggery. What's that, +1? You've waited long enough. Was that there last time? Oh, it must just be... Well, anyway, it's going to be highly unlikely, 17%. I can't put any more into endurance because I'm screwed, so sod it.
You try to, very professionally, look at the corpse, but your stomach contracts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Oh god. Come think of it, did we vomit last time? Was it saying we managed to hold it in? I can't remember now. Jesus, it's been that long since I tried to get the goddamn body down. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. Spit and say nothing. Come on, suck it up, man.
Are you okay, officer?
You feel the lieutenant pat you on the back. Heavy rhythmic pats.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Oh my word. Okay, why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? This is BS. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. No, come on, let's not go down that road, man. Can't we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now. Do it without me, I just can't keep it down. Okay, do it without me, I can't... Could we just get Kim to do it?
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
He would draw his hand and looks you in the eye. Oh god, okay, was he meaning... I thought he just meant get the body down, not leave the case to him.
You need to get your shit together.
Well, I don't want to get my shit together. But my shit's already together. Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Why is that?
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Put skill points into endurance. I can't. You can't say just wait half an hour and give it another go because it's not going to come down, Kim. Oh, God. Why is a tutorial? I've got... I don't understand what this godforsaken thing is. Okay, Elysium Laminion is still going on. Volumetric shit compression. Your shit is apart and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30... squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. Okay. What is it? Temporary research bonus none. Would this give us something to put into endurance, do you think? Maybe. What happens if I try... Oh, if I stop. Oh, I can just stop that at 38%. How long was that going to take? 2 hours, 45 minutes. 30 minutes. Brilliant. Okay, I'm happy. Well, you know what? Sod it. Let's go with it because that's cropped up. Oh god, what's it saying? Oh, I see. Okay, inspect the equip and complete volumetric shit compressor. What's this? Investigate the doomed commercial area. People say the commercial build on the plaza is cursed. What? No business will ever thrive there without going bankrupt. You promise placents you would look into it. Enter the sealed door behind the bookstore and find out what happened to the companies there. Oh, yes. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a bit of a dilemma because I've not managed to solve that yet, have I? Okay, anyway. Right. So I suppose I should just... Was there anything else to do with these footprints again? can't remember.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Put skill points. Did I try this before? I must have done then. Okay, it's like visual calculus. Visual calculus. Right, let's have a quick look. I've got 1 skill point, which is quite handy. Oh, there it is. 4. I can put points into that. Sod it. Why the hell not? Wait a minute. Can I actually revert points? Click to revert all spent skill points. So can I just move the skill points around to suit my... You can't be serious. Okay, we'll look into that in a wee minute. Because if that's the case... I think my life just got a whole lot easier. He said. Probably screwing himself over. Right. Oh yeah, I didn't drink the booze either. 1 physique. 1 minus morale. No, I don't want to start drinking booze. Okay, and what else are we going to do there? So we're internalizing. So I put a...
There are several footprints in the mud.
72% high.
Boots.
Visual calculus. Hang on a minute. Shut up. Shushed. Okay. Visual calculus up. Don't know what benefit this is going to do if we sort out the footprints, but yeah, no, we're looking all right there. 1 visual calculus.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have maybe more than 12.
Booyah!
No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
Oh my god, really?
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43.
Is Harry really this smart?
4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Count more.
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? I have to admit that is exactly what crossed my mind, so...
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
It's not a thingy head, is it? What's that guy's name again over at the docks? Tattoo face or whatever it is. Something head. Measure head. Maybe, I can't remember.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
The lieutenant has been tracking your eyes and movements. 8. 400 million. Say nothing. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth. Way off. Way off. No, the same guys. Let's...
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Point to, what was it, light step number 41 shoe?
A woman? Or a kid?
Could be a woman.
Okay. How do you know?
Oops.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I'm just saying random things while looking at holes in the mud. I have no idea where any of this is coming from. Oh, flip, I love this game. I just do.
Understood. Anything else?
Heavy one, 200 kilograms imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Oh, they were carrying the body then. Interesting.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Well, I repeat, big guy over at the dock's door. One of them was carrying him over. Maybe it was a giant. Okay, no. It could have been an extremely obese person. So one of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
Possibly, yes. The lieutenant marked something down in his notebook.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim refused to walk to his own lynching. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. A reading of these prints could be wrong. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Maybe the victim wasn't conscious. So maybe, could it be a fight and somebody just lynched him?
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
A drummer? That's stupid. So one of the people we are looking for is a drummer.
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer.
Ah, it's interesting. I could have called him out on that stupid suggestion, but oh well.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Mm-hmm. Nod thoughtfully. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Interesting if I only had to come up with that idea. If only I had come up with that idea. Nod thoughtfully.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes. Prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Now, that is lucky. That's very lucky.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think's happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel.
We should withhold being content. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
We've been through all of it. Okay. Interesting stuff. Now, I don't want to talk to Kuno because he's a douche. Is that... What? Now, she definitely wasn't always there. Oh, that's the lassie from the beginning that went into a room. Oh, very well. Okay. Next up, let's go and speak to the people in the Whirling Rex, because the door is open here. What do you have to say for yourself?
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Was she being mouthy to me now?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
God damn! I knew you weren't a gardener. I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal. I knew you weren't a gardener.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She's the frickin' lawyer.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right. Which man on her right?
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Piss off, Elizabeth.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Too bloody right, Kim. Mic
She
drop.
says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Oh, get out of it, Elizabeth.
Could this be the Miss Buford that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Yeah, I reckon. What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Wow, she's turned into a bit of a... Are you Lizzie Elizabeth Miss Buford?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Okay, I'll bloody arrest her in a minute if she doesn't
Even
watch
though
it.
she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot. Hardy, not yet. I have another question. Yeah, don't drop Easy Leo in it.
No. Talk to Titus.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? Yeah, ask the question.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Wait, you have a body hanging in a tree, dumbass.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Oh, Christ. Okay, look at you, Kim.
We've talked to Everard Clare. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. Oh, here we go.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just you're just not historical individuals. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike your socialists. I like that. Good start. Let's take a step further. Armed uprisings. What are the union's plans? Yeah, let's ask those questions. Yeah.
Let's.
I should talk to Titus then. Okay. There. So Boulder spitting it, reeking of tobacco. Oh god. Okay, Titus, you fanny.
This is where you say your bed.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can. Oh, he's bigger than me.
He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Oh, I went down the intellectual side of things, though.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Kim! Don't leave this to me. You know for a fact I'm a raging alky with withdrawal symptoms. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Ooh, okay, we need to assert our authority. Cross your arms. We need to talk about the hanged man. First, we need to talk about your attitude. Cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the hanged man. First, we need to talk about your attitude.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
Yeah. Anyways.
He wraps up.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Wow, Elizabeth, you're really putting a spanner in the works here.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room. The man, scan the room.
Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man, in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet.
I'm liking this.
Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
Ooh.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
Yeah, one of them's missing the odd sole.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
Ooh, I like it.
The fuck is with you, fella?
The man hanging in the backyard, did you do it? I think that's a tad blunt. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy? Oh, I like that. I like it. Just throw the blame out.
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She?
So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So, I mean, that's obvious that it's definitely them. There is the female on the roof having a cigarette right now.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And...
He points to the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Did he just threaten us?
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
Well, this seems kind of superfluous to say the man hanging in the backyard, did you do it now, doesn't it? But okay.
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
We have spoken to the head of the union. Why are your bootprints all over the scene? You're involved somehow, I just don't have proof yet. No, we have spoken to the head of the union.
Evrard?
Yeah.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? Because we did. all of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
So you confess to the murder, that's it, game over. We got the perpetrator. Now, squint your eyes, but there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Interesting. Okay, that is clever. You murdered him just like that, no remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Why don't I just arrest you? Step closer to Titus. Okay, whoa. Okay, our dick's not that big. Jesus. Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Yeah, glad we cleared that up. So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaws clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
Huh?
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Right, but what did he actually do wrong? How did you know he was in Special Forces?
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Well, that's not true, is it?
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
He could have just been drunk.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wipes spit. There, try that in English. He wipes spit from his mouth.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
And I did.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The turn is trying to make sense of this flood of information. So am I, Kim.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Bloody hell, was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Okay then, now about the man you killed. Oh my god, was this the same girl?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Right, but who then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Address Elizabeth. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than the other. Address Titus. One of them was more complicit than the other.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus. Get out of it.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? A representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
That's okay.
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
Interesting.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
She turns to me.
Your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Okay, you murdered him just like that, no remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Bloody hell.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
And Reunion, what's that?
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Yes, but these were all bad people, criminals, the scum of the earth.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him.
How did you kill him? You know how. Oh no, actually no, we necessarily don't because they carried the body.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports or screams. Right, maybe another question then.
Maybe wrap it up instead?
Okay, we're not going to go down the route of saying, why don't I just arrest you? Because I feel like that's going to go down a significant heap of trouble. So what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
Well, that ain't happening, love.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
Lieutenant closes his book.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, shut it, Titus. Lucky we didn't get a beating. I want to talk about the hanging again. I told you already I spoke to Everett and he said you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy. And now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
I mean, he did say you would.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature guys ever sent word, right? Why do you push me some more and find out, Gimp? Oh, I'm so tempted to... Yeah.
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
He turns his eye full of hurt to the big man.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
Oh.
But having Everard back you up like that, did seem to have some effect.
Okay, 2 Everart said they cooperate. 1 discussed the 8th Hardy. Authority is low at the moment. Okay, I'm going to take off now. What is my authority at the moment? And can we change things with a bit of gear? Perhaps.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Oh yeah! So what did this do for me?
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law official. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Bonuses. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raises to 4. Ah, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. Oh, I don't even know what to say there. That feels that does feel like it's going to make life a hell of a lot easier. But that's amazing if that's the kind of stuff that thought processes can take. Oh, I've not got any skill points though. Okay, but it has unlocked. What was the other thing there? No, it was authority that I was looking at. Hang on a wee minute. So authority's 2, site base 2. Okay. Oh. What we're looking at? Hang on a minute. Authority. I don't know if there's anything that can actually help with authority that I've got in my inventory at this point. Oh no, well, okay, those glasses are -1 authority. Conceptualization, interfacing. Okay. Oh! No, that's -2 authority. Yeah, that would make sense because it's shitey t-shirt. Ah! Yeah, no, nothing really stands out in terms of authority here, but that's really, really good though, so we should be able to get the body down, no problem. We need to go and accomplish a few more things in the meantime, and I feel like I should now go and speak to Everart. Ooh, okay, let me have a wee think. Let's have a wee look, and I'm just going to check, obviously, what we have to do that's left, and then we'll take it from there. Give me 2 minutes.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
So I'm guessing I've taken too long to get the body down, and the game is now like, okay, here's something that's going to help you. I'm glad it does that, because I was starting to get a little bit worried.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's the smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. This delicate machine, ready for picking. Instinctively you crack your fingers.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Okay, inspect them. Actually, they are funky boots. What, are they enameled? Interesting.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Ooh. Okay, these aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped off.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What's a sabaton? What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
So he was an advanced mercenary. Interesting. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals.
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Oh, don't make me speak to Kuno again, please, God. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we have to. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there is no rest of the armor. No, understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Maybe I can... I mean, after we get the body down, maybe I could keep myself a pair of boots. The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation of the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
Jesus Christ. That's unbelievable. 20,200. Jesus. 22,000 rather. Fucking hell. What is my yearly pay? And immediately he's triggered. He's like, oh fucking hell, is that my salary?
Not too much, yes.
Oh, that's not a lot then. Oh. Well, I mean, so, alright, okay. It's enough. Pathetic, I need to hustle more. No, sounds puny, no wonder I can't pay my hostel bill. It's enough.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
Looks like he worked for a private contractor, like Evrard told us. Wealthy, with state ties. This is way above what we have.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Yep.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Yeah.
Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Oh, okay, run your fingers over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Jesus Christ, I was about to say we were caressing the armor just a little bit too much there, but okay, I think we found a serial number.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He tips the drying ball point of his pen on his tongue.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Ooh, okay. See, look, we're doing the whole cop thing. I'm really happy. I've not had a smoke. I'm not drinking. It's terrific. Pull the boot off. No, I'm going to get a bollocking for that, am I not?
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Oh, he looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it? Oh, just let go of the boot.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting go, Kuno?
God damn it.
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased foot?
Never mind. Back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink
Okay,
and blue.
inspect the belt, I think, next.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Bloody hell. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so. Then again, what do I know? No, my brain tells me.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
By they, do you mean the Hardy Boys? They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. How did they even get him up there? By they, do you mean the Hardy Boys?
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
They sure wanted him to stay up there?
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Oh, God. Okay, how did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Oh yeah, fair enough. He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? Point to the one at the side of the tree.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Makes sense.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Back off.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Okay, tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a map of the night sky? Is this a microelectronic system? Is this a national pattern? Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls the zipper down of his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the sides of the apparatus. The thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Crikey.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only 1 ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it.
Big head over at the doors because he's covered in tattoos. Can I have it? I should look at it. I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
He hands the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Oh my word.
These eyes used to be blue, baby blue. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I think I should hit this, or should I look at... No, I've got it.
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you, or are you you are now, but who were you when you were alive? Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question.
I'm a joke. A killer. Go ahead, Cobbo.
Apologies. What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
Oh, why do
you fucking love questions?
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney? Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible? I hate you, you stink and you're boring. Okay, no, enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, that's creepy. Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something.
Yeah.
Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discoloured. Cover your nose, something is coming out of him. He's beaten up, see the bruises. Yeah, I think he was upright after death.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
For some reason, my brain would like the pink to be more pronounced, especially in the neck.
Maybe it looks faint to you? It could be more pronounced, actually. Dûment noté.
Could it still be he was moved after death? Maybe he was strangled by someone. Could it still be he was moved after
There's
death?
always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
There's something coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Oh, God.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death. Maybe he went... Yeah, let's not yell at the kids.
Maybe.
Okay, he's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
The world no longer stores his personality and its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago.
That sounds about right, yes.
Okay, back off and catch your breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Okay, how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
He stops to think, then checks his notes. Step back and have another look first. We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for... Okay, hang on a minute. Step back.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Let me just double check and see if the corpse is going to say anything else to us. I know it's in our imagination, but I don't want to miss anything.
You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I hate you stinking, you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Oh! Zing! Okay, there's one to my imagination.
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
A deep sea creature, myself in the bathroom mirror, a baby affected with the harlequinism. Oh yeah, myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Is my name Rooney? No, we're not gonna... Why would... Okay.
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney's not who I am, I'm Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
I genuinely hate my subconscious.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
Anyway.
Also, see me in your dream.
Yep, the preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down from there.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Aye, that's not going to be easy.
An acrobatic maneuver would solve this situation. Nothing can go wrong with a good maneuver.
We could bring your motor carriage over, cut the belt from the roof. That sounds like a good idea. We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbour. I think the most likely is bring the car over.
I have thought of that, yes. But the tire tracks would compromise the scene. Any prints would become illegible. That's if we get it through the hole in the fence. Also, my MC has a sloped roof. It's a sports model. The roof is slippery. An all-around bad platform to stand on.
How about I take your piggyback?
How about I take you, piggyback?
After a moment's silence, he raises an eyebrow.
The fuck are these pigs talking about?
I hate this child.
Are they bank or something? Oh, it's fucking boring, Kuno. Wish they'd fuck already.
Effing shut up. Would you please shut up? Lieutenant, are you sure you could carry my weight, though? Lieutenant, you meant it theoretically, right? You're criticising my idea. Lieutenant, are you sure you could take my weight, though?
I wasn't actually implying I would. I meant it's a bad idea.
I figured as much.
It's a fucking hilarious idea. You two puskapas get on top of each other and fuck.
In silence, the lieutenant gives you a meaningful glance, as if to say, case in point.
Oh, well, fair enough, okay. Can't someone else... we could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
It seems unclimbable, cause the ladder is treacherously rotten. But you could use your hands and feet to reach around the tree, then hang from the branch.
I could do it as well within my repertoire.
Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
He looks around then at you. Why?
Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on, literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
Fuck yeah, climb that shit, monkeys!
See, you're only making them do those things less.
Can you see into the future, Kim? I'm not afraid of newspapers, so we're going to let those kids bully us into not doing our work. You're right, the risks are too high and there are too many.
Yes. We should use acrobatics as the very last option, after we've tried everything normal.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring mulka parts I've ever seen.
Jesus. Seems like a lot of hassle, let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
There's a buckle that holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno.
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, don't do it. It's a bad idea written all over it. Wait, let me try. Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world.
He's not actually going to try this.
He then steps back and assumes the phallus position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it, partner.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The phallus was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
God damn it, get your shit together.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it.
Okay, what now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Oh, no.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
Oh, and then he proceeds to load it.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Okay, feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Pointing the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Hand-eye coordinations. Oh, yes!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed. RCM, baby, RCM. How did I do that? Who's laughing now, you little shit? Yeah.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
Despite the words or tone seem celebratory, you've been policed.
Ace is high.
The lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap it.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Yeah, slap it. Nice.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
No, we're not. What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the corpse.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright, give him back his gun.
I would suggest we interview Everhart and Joyce, the leader of the Union and the Wild Pines rep. But we've already done that, so it's up to you, detective. Take us where we need to be.
He trusts you have plenty of things in the task chain lined up.
I do. Wow, okay, you know what, this has taken a little bit longer than the usual episode, but thank God we got the body down. This is exciting. So now we're going to do a field autopsy. We can take it from there. We need to go back to Everhart, and then we have the representative from the Pines, and now obviously we know the identity of the solicitor. And we know who killed him, because the individuals literally just gave it up, but there's obviously a catch to that as well. But I'm looking forward to the next episode. We now have finally completed something very significant in game. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe button. This is Big Bear signing off, but there will be another video. See ya.